Good morning, good morning. Coffee Cup Chronicle, day 95. 95. Wow. Don, you're not going to do a Coffee Cup Chronicle on a McDonald's cup. Yes, I am. And even ties into my shirt this morning. Filet and release. mm. No, that's homemade coffee, and it's good. I got 8 hours sleep last night. Come out here to do the coffee and this morning and sink full of dishes. Well, I'm guilty of that. I'm sure the rest of y'all are too sometimes. Well, let me tell you about the coffee cup, okay? Do, do, do. This is from the 60s. Hang on a second. Hey, Google, music volume 3. Sometimes she doesn't listen. Hey, Google, music volume 2. Well, now the music went away. So did the free offer with the coffee cup. This coffee cup, late 50s, early 60s. If you bought these cups at McDonald's, and they did it because of people like my dad. My dad hated drinking out of paper or foam cups. Or foam glass paper plates, whatever. Allegheny plate. I still have the Allegheny plate somewhere. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So they came up with the idea, if you bought this cup for whatever, $2.99 or whatever the price was, you get coffee in it for free from then on out. The idea was, if you got the parents to get coffee at McDonald's, the kids are going to want to come too. So if they got the coffee for free, it was incentive to bring your mom and dad in. Well, we didn't go to McDonald's a lot as kids. I think there were only 2 in the area, the 60s, you know. We had a brand new Burger King on the corner of Broadway and Transit in Depew. And when it came up, when it opened, you know, you couldn't get in line for weeks. Anyway, I found these cups. I found out something about these cups. A lot of McDonald's in the areas where I had been, even as late as 15 years ago, still gave you free coffee in a coffee cup. It's something they had to honor. So I started buying these cups on eBay. And I would go in, and you know, as guys get older, they get together to talk. They have to, you know, diner or cafe. They're down south, and some places out west, there aren't any diners or little cafes. That just like I sit there and talk and talk and talk. You know, you might find a table of 4 or 6. So a lot of them were vets, Vietnam vets, older World War II vets. So I would buy these cups, and I remember this. I remember the one place I walked into, 6 guys sitting at the table, and I had these cups in my vehicle. I walked in, introduced myself, told them who I was, thanked them for their service. I said I'm a veteran myself. I said I didn't go over to Vietnam. I said thankfully my brother didn't go over to Vietnam, but we were both in the Vietnam era. And I put these cups on the table, and they, you know, looked up at me like, what in the world are you doing? So I told them about these coffee cups. I said, you guys come in here every morning. I said, if you bring these coffee cups back, they give you free coffee. It was just a gesture. But I will tell you, if I go into a restaurant now and I still see a vet, they're wearing a hat, and that's how you recognize them, right? If I see a vet by themselves, man, I buy their meal. I don't even tell them. I tell the waitress, I pay for it. Tell the waitress, I said, after they go out through the door, when they ask for the bill, you tell them. From one vet to another. Folks, veterans fought to keep this country free in the world. Thank a vet. Even the new vets. Vietnam vets. They didn't want to go over there. They didn't understand fighting the Vietnam War. And of course, now it's a slap in the face after Saigon fell. But, you know, I watch a lot of programs on TV, like History Channel, Geographic Channel, Net Geo, and you know, the idea was to keep those countries free and away from communism. And the hope was we didn't occupy them. We helped them keep their freedom, like South Korea. It's just less of a communist countries. And if they were allowed to grow, if communism was allowed to grow, I wouldn't be doing this right now. Think about that. No, it's not a far stretch. Watch history. And talking about history, oh my God, don't get me started. You don't ever want to get me started. Let's go back to my dad. Allegheny State Park. We went down to Allegheny State Park. First year we went down in Uncle Butch and Aunt Betty's pop-up camper. Well, after the first year, that was it, because the raccoons got into our ice shed. We had to take everything out of the camper, put it outside, put a rock on top. Didn't matter. Those coons still got in that sucker, ripped out all the food. And, well, long story short, my dad doesn't like eating off paper. Doesn't like eating off foam plates. We drove into Bradford, Pennsylvania, about an 18-mile drive, and bought a brown ceramic plate. My dad ate off that plate. We ate off paper. We camped in Allegheny at cabins after that. Creekside number 2 was our first cabin. We ate off paper. Dad ate off that plate. We went to Allegheny probably not less than 6 or 8 times in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s. So anyway, okay, I'm long-winded again. It's 7 minutes and 50 seconds. McDonald's is your kind of place. Put on a happy face. Yeah, I know I can't sing. Oh, I can sing. I just can't sing in tune. Y'all have a great morning. It's Sunday. It's a little cool outside today. By Wednesday or Thursday, it's supposed to be 77. So there's hopes yet for an on-location Coffee Cup Chronicle. I can tell you it's coming. So anyway, y'all have a great Sunday. Oh, let me tell you about y'all who don't want to go to McDonald's. When I get done fishing down at Cattaraugus Creek, it's usually late. I come back up, and I come up through Derby and on Route 5. And I always stop and get a filet fish sandwich and fries with no salt. Now, not only do I not supposed to have a lot of salt, but they have to make fresh fries. They're always hot. That's the idea of getting fries with no salt. But the filet of fish sandwich is the best fish sandwich in the market. McDonald's has a standard. They process that fish the minute it comes out of the ocean, up in Alaska waters, all those waters there. There's another informative program that talks about the Icelandic trawlers. McDonald's has a certain standard. They can't have no brown in it, and they flash freeze it on board. It's just amazing. It's not a bad sandwich either, especially when you haven't caught any fish all day, which is rare, but I usually don't bring those type of fish home, so All right, enough's enough. Enough! Enough! McDonald's is your kind of place.